You're watching 48 FastCast.
All right, welcome into the FastCast this morning. Gina and Eric have a well-deserved day off, so Jada and I are making sure that you have everything you need to know before you head out the door today. So things not looking too bad though, Jada, so far this morning.
Yes, and honestly, the only area dealing with some crazy fog, it's closer to the DeKalb County area. We're telling a tale of two cities here. Guntersville, you saw some showers a little bit ago, and now the fog is starting to clear for the morning. And taking a look over to Decatur, where things are a little sunnier on that end, you can see in the eastern area on that horizon, just those spotty showers that we're starting to track for most of your Friday. And I'll walk you through that in a second. But right now, got a good deal of these showers becoming some stronger in storms. We're seeing about 30 or so lightning strikes in the area. So you may hear some rumbles of thunder if you're around the Madison, Morgan, even over to Lauderdale counties as well. Even folks outside of Albertville, closer to Gadsden, you can see a good deal of that. This morning, we'll see some of those showers continuing through your morning commute, but we'll get some clear hours in the mix. Temperatures expected to top out at about 92 today, making those feel like temperatures around 100 or so. So keep that in mind as you go about your day today.
This is your 48 First Alert Road Report, sponsored by Bankston Motorhomes.
All right, taking a look at your traffic this morning. This is a little bit of a slowdown just off after County Line Road on 565. There was another accident that was reported in the Huntsville area, but that looks like that has cleared up. There is an accident, though, in the Lacey Springs area on 231. This is 231 southbound at Stade Road, a lane blocked there due to that crash, so just be aware of that. Your drive times, though, not looking too bad this morning. Decatur to Huntsville, 20 minutes. Athens to Huntsville, 28. Also new this morning, a man has been booked into the Madison County Jail on a murder charge. Now, Deshaun Gardner was booked into the jail just around 6 o'clock this morning. He's charged with murder with a knife and aggravated assault with a knife. We've reached out to police for more information, and we'll let you know when we learn more. Also new this morning, we're working to get more information from Huntsville police about a heavy police presence at a home overnight. Now, our crews got this footage here showing crime scene tape as well as police surrounding a car and home on Battlefield Drive just before midnight. Several officers were seen entering that residence. Officers on the scene didn't release any details about what happened, but as soon as we learn more, we'll share that on air and online. And this morning, we're working to also find out information about a dead body that was found near a liquor store in Decatur. Now, officials with the Morgan County Sheriff's Office say this happened near the Windmill Beverages on Alabama 67 in Decatur. Cause of death is not known at this time. Officials on the scene say that the body was nearly decomposed. We're continuing to push for more information. And an investigation is now underway following a double murder-suicide in Red Bay. A 48 News crew was first on the scene there as police found 3 women dead inside an apartment on Eugenia Nixon Circle. Red Bay Police Chief Jana Jackson identified the woman as Teresa Sappington and her daughters Leah Moody and Derek Moody. Investigators believe that Derek Moody beat her mother and sister with a baseball bat before committing suicide. One neighbor says he's still in shock after hearing what happened.
Derek was just my friend. Just shock, just complete and utter and heartbroken.
Chief Jackson says the motive is still unclear. Investigators hope to know more information after an autopsy is complete. And this morning, authorities are searching for a 15-year-old girl who escaped from a youth treatment facility in Owens Crossroads. Now, this incident comes just days after city council members voted to renew Pathway's business license. According to the Owens Crossroads police chief, the teen was being transported to the Pathways facility by a caseworker when she escaped before ever getting inside. Now, this comes just a week after the city council renewed Pathway's business license with new conditions in place. Some of those included building a fence around the property and operating only as a low to medium risk facility. Notably, preventing escapes wasn't a part of those conditions. We'll bring you updates on air and online as soon as they find that teenager. The Scottsboro community is remembering the life and legacy of a former police chief who passed away. The Scottsboro Police Department has issued a statement on the passing of former Chief Ralph Daw. Chief Daw began his law enforcement career in 1989 and served as Scottsboro's police chief from 2006 until his retirement in 2020. The department is extending its condolences to the Daw family and honoring his decades of community service. And happening today, Huntsville police are rolling out a series of safety checkpoints. Now, they say this is to cut down on drunk driving as we head into the Labor Day holiday. Some of the spots include Jordan Lane to Sparkman Drive, Maston Lake Road to Pulaski Pike, Church Street and Pratt Avenue will also be a safety spot. Now, if you're stopped, you'll be asked to provide a valid driver's license, proof of insurance, and registration. You can find a full list of those checkpoints right now on the WAFF.com website. They'll be in effect until September 2nd.
Animal lovers don't stop at county lines, so we want to extend that radius so we can extend the amount of people we're reaching and also the amount of animals we're helping.
Well, the Huntsville Animal Shelter recently expanded its foster radius. We'll tell you about the impact it's making ahead. Welcome back. The Huntsville Animal Shelter has expanded its foster radius after experiencing severe overcrowding this summer, and workers say a recent change is already making a big difference. Just last month, the shelter warned it was at risk of having to euthanize dogs due to a lack of space. In response, Huntsville Animal Services expanded its foster program, now allowing people who live up to 20 miles outside of Madison County to foster pets. Peyton Ann Mickle with the shelter says that since that change, about 120 dogs and cats have been placed in foster homes. Emma Walker, who lives in Limestone County and was finally able to help, shares her story.
I think I've always had like an itch to foster, but never like took the step. And then because of the limitations on distance, I wasn't able to. When I saw that they were like at a level of potentially having to euthanize dogs, that's when I was like, okay, like I can do something.
Now, she says they have plans to possibly expand the foster radius even higher in the future.
Now, your first alert weather forecast with Jada Russell.
Temperatures are off to a mild start on our Friday morning. We're in those mid-70s already. Some folks still on the cooler end of things, but we'll continue to see some warmer temperatures throughout our morning, getting into the 80s right around the 8 o'clock hour, right at 80. But throughout the rest of our morning, which will be the driest point of the day, we'll stick around those mid and upper 80s closer to the noon time. And then once we get to the afternoon, we start to see our scattered showers move in, and we also hit those lower in 90s by that point. Could feel like 101 or 102 in some places, but it'll also be steamy, as we did see a little bit ago. Most folks will experience a dry weekend ahead. These temperatures hanging around those low in 90s. Once again, we're experiencing about 101 or 102 with those feel like temperatures for today. So you can imagine this weekend we're going to be closer to some of our heat advisory criterias for a couple of communities. Rain chances are expected to come back next week, cooling us off for a fall looks like.
All right, not looking too bad here. I won't complain about that too much. All right, thanks so much for joining us here for the FastCast. Make sure to tune back in around 10 o'clock for Talking TVL, as well as 10:30 for Weather Extra with Jana. We'll see you then.
is that same?